G'day everybody, fellow Nissan drivers. I had a problem with my other Nissan where it was blowing white smoke, had very little power, and it got to the point where it would slow down and eventually stop. So I found the fuel line. I checked the fuel filter, so there's where your diesel filter is. I found by pumping the diesel filter it was really hard to pump while it was running, but it would help it rev better. So I changed the fuel filter, that didn't help. Then I followed the fuel line underneath the diesel pump down here, the injector pump down in here, and it came into this little banjo down here, this banjo fitting one out. Right, so put my spanner in here, there. Diesel comes into the injector. Put it in a crazy place, but anyway, I'm glad I found it. I was giving up on the other car. It's on a funny angle. See the angle that bar is? It's about the angle of the bolt, so it doesn't look like that from above. You know, that's the angle of it. So now the tricky thing is to get the bolt out without losing the copper washer. So I'm just trusting on a bit of friction here. So here's the banjo bolt. The copper washer is still down there. So I'm going to get my long nose pliers. Oh, I left them behind. I'll use this thing. I made up this little hook, this really high-tech hook out of a little bit of lacing wire with about a 6mm bent bit on the end. So I've got to get that little banjo washer out without losing it. There it comes. And then inside there is a long spring, longish spring. There it is there. And then way down, right at the bottom of the hole, see if you can snag that little filter. It's a bit hard to get at. Oh, just about had it. Sometimes I think my hook's just a little bit big. So here's the little filter. Don't forget to clean it out first. Now I'm going to get my torch going. Well, it is going. Hold the long nose pliers between my fingers, finger and thumb. Drop that in there. Get the spring.
The long spring.
Drop that in. Okay, here we go. I'm trying this method. It's very trying. So I'm going to try and lower this washer down. Unfortunately, copper is not very magnetic. Yeah. Right, so it's falling roughly in the right place. Across there, and now get long nose pliers, and hopefully this will hold it. The banjo bolt. Can you play banjo, Zoe? Me too.
We don't even have one.
I had to play one in the studio once for a song for someone. Well, I learned a few chords. It was pretty easy. I probably couldn't do the fancy picking. Dum da long, da long, da long. So I'm turning that by hand.
Yeah, use that.
And turn to the right, make it tight, or righty tighty, as they say in America. Right, and then just check this thing here. This is the manual pump. So that's what I did on my other Terrano, and it solved my tyrannical problem, and it runs really nicely now.